Thanks for staying with us for the special WCMO TV News Center 15 program. I'm Kyle Dugan. Here in the studio with me today is Cindy Oxender. Cindy is serving as a member of the Council at Large on Marietta City Council. Cindy, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What's your background, and why did you decide to get involved with what you do?
Very fine. I am currently a elementary school teacher. I teach children with reading disabilities, grades K through 5. In addition to that, I'm an adjunct faculty member at Ohio Valley University. I teach one class per year there. And also, my background is in the field of education, as you might guess, and then I have a master's degree in guidance and counseling. And there's a myriad of reasons why I got involved with City Council. My only daughter, my only child, Cecilia, went off to college, and I'd always wanted to be in politics. So I thought that this was an opportune time to give back to the community, and I was real excited about that. In addition to that, I also thought about what would I like Marietta to be years from now when my daughter comes back and visits me, hopefully with some grandchildren. She's kind of young right now, 21, so that won't be for quite a while, but I wanted to be able to contribute to the longevity and sustainability of Marietta, so that's why I ran.
Okay. Well, that's a good reason. Good couple reasons. What are your main responsibilities, and why is your position important? Sure.
Our main responsibilities as City Council people is to listen, and I'm reminded by that from a book that a kindergartner brought in to me. It was real cute, and it's called My Teacher for President, and it had a picture here of she is a good listener. I think our main responsibility as City Council people is listening to what the general public would like within the city of Marietta, looking at our current policies, and working with the administration to develop legislation, ordinances that might address those concerns, and hopefully in the end coming up with solutions that will make Marietta a better place to live and grow your family.
Okay. I mean, just from this out, listening to how you talk about your position, you seem like you really enjoy it, but are there some frustrations that come with your position, anything that...
I think with any job that you have some frustrations. I think I can only speak for me, but I think sometimes there's things that are out of our control and we're not able to weigh in on. For example, I know a lot of citizens on 8th Street were very disappointed with their trees recently coming down. They were in a city right-of-way. Utilities have precedence and rights to those right-of-ways, unfortunately, based on how some state law was written. I talked with our city law director today. We're looking at some ways to address the right-of-way issue so that we, as a city, would have more control over our right-of-ways, and the utilities might have a little less control. And that was really the crux of what happened there, is the utilities had the control of that right away and were able to cut down those trees when so many citizens were not in favor of that. So that was disappointing to me because I have family that lives on that street, I have friends that live on that street, and it was heartbreaking to see that. Yet I had no control over changing that for anyone. Right now, we are looking towards the long term. As I said, we've talked to the city law director, or I have at least, and he's looking at what some other municipalities are doing with a class action suit in order to gain more control over that right away. So that was one time where I was a bit frustrated, yet I had no control over it. So.
Okay. At the opposite end, what are some positive things about your position? What do you enjoy?
Oh my gosh, there's so many different positives. I know you had Mike McCauley on earlier. I really enjoy working with him, the other counselors. So many of them are supportive, and even if we don't agree on an issue always, we can walk away at the end of the day and truly know that we've got each other's backs and we're friends. And I'm a single parent. There's not another adult in my household, and many of these people that I serve on city council with have become my friends, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. It's very fulfilling to see when a project does come full circle. It was very fulfilling to be able to sit on the committee that put together the city's first ever half marathon, know that half marathon was raising money for a playground, which we didn't have money to update. And so that came from private dollars. That was really very exciting to see that come to fruition. Working with the Board of Realtors to see that a home beautification program has been formulated and is now debuting is also another positive. We're real excited about that. When you're able to work on a tax credit, a historic tax credit for a historic building, and you know that will give life to a new building, people will be excited about that. And then you see that not only did that building have new life because of that historic tax credit, but it also created new jobs, and those new jobs brought in citizens that were able to patronize our local businesses. That's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. It must be, like you said, exciting that you are able to have a hand in positive change around the community and being able to see all these things come about that can help the community. It must be exciting. It's
very exciting, but it's not without a lot of hard work from our community citizens. Mm-hmm. There are so many citizens that come forward and agree to either serve on a committee or be part of a process. And so, as Mike alluded to earlier, we have a lot of citizens in Marietta that take care of each other, their neighbors, their family, their friends. And so it's a small town with a big heart. Mm-hmm. We're really lucky to live in Marietta.
Mm-hmm. So the next question, what is in your future, such as maybe some goals you'd like to achieve or projects you'd like to have done while you're still in office?
Sure. Well, I am very excited about the city's first ever half marathon that occurred. That's going to occur again the first weekend in October this year. And this year, the benefactor of those funds will be the city's aquatic center, which is in need of some updates. I've had a lot of friends and neighbors who have asked that the aquatic center receive some updates, and so these again will be some private dollars that can go towards that cause. So I'm real excited about that. I'm excited about the CRAs, which are some areas where we're hoping to see some more development, economic development issues. There's some new restaurants and things going on down by the Lowe's area, some economic development issues going on there. Of course, my daughter's excited. She hears that in the works is an IHOP restaurant. So, of course, we'll probably be one of the first patrons there for some blueberry pancakes. But I think there's some exciting opportunities in Marietta, Ohio, and I look forward to some of that economic development in order to help our community thrive in the long term.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm excited to hear that there could potentially be an IHOP, because I'm actually an IHOP fan.
You can meet us for breakfast.
Okay.
My daughter's 21. She's always open to a big crowd. I've got some friends of hers that attend Marietta College. We'll just make it a pancake fest.
Okay. And would you like to continue in this position when the next... Let me try to rephrase this. Would you like to continue in this position whenever your term is up?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
I have a number of signs about town and letters to the editor going into the paper. We're in the process of campaigning, so I'll be on the ballot in May. Mm-hmm. And then if I make it through the primary, I'll be in the ballot in fall. We're mm-hmm. hopeful at this point, and I am very excited to have an opportunity to continue some of the things that we've started, and so I'm very hopeful. Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
Okay, and is there anything else you'd like to add or say?
Yes, I would like to say that Marietta College has always been very supportive of the city. I'm very excited. Dr. Rude has reached out to a number of our local small businesses. He and his wife have been very kind to do so. They've gotten involved in a number of ways, and so I'm very excited to continue that long-term relationship with Marietta College. He's brought in some major players that will have conferences here in the next couple summers, and so it's very exciting to see that new leadership and continue that relationship.
Okay. Well, thank you, Cindy, for coming in.
Thank you. I really appreciate you inviting me.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for taking the time to join us
You're very welcome.
today.
You're very
and
welcome.
we appreciate your commitment to serve as an elected official in Marietta.
Thank you. Thank you very much.